For the first time in 15 years, LEGO has given us an Arc-170. And I gotta say, when I first saw this thing, I was like, alright, this thing's pretty fire. But then I saw this video and I thought, is it?
Cannons. They're tiny. Maybe you can make a case that sometimes you can kind of see a hint of some rusty color. The other part of the deal here is this issue is new. If you look at the 2010 Arc-170, the sticker is just about perfectly white. Wing to body ratio is way off on this thing. The dark red portion of the wings is the same size as it was in 2010. B-44. You have to put him in or take him out with no pilots in the seats.
On top of the fact that it's small and the wings still sag. It's a very small sag that's not very noticeable, but if I put the Arc-170 on a table and I move it back and forth, you can see the wings hitting every single time. If there was no sag, that would not be happening. And considering how much smaller this Arc-170 is, I really thought they fixed that issue. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things this set did improve upon. You see, the old Arc-170 had a lot of flaws too, such as the wings sagging, front just breaking in half. Yes, this happened to like 10 people I know, including myself. It's not good. Also, getting rid of those nasty rubber bands that often tend to, stretch out over time, which leads to sagging and the features not working properly. And then on top of that, the whole feature for opening the wings on this new version is just amazing. Like, it's so smooth, it opens fast, it's one little click at the button, and they just open up, which is honestly amazing. But at the same time, I can't help but notice all the flaws that are in this set. One of the biggest flaws being that it's small. I don't care what Yoda says about size. He says in the movie, size matters not. But clearly, size does matter, because when I put this version up to the 2010 Arc-170, I felt like I was getting robbed. Like, low-key, I did not feel like this Arc-170 was big enough. I felt so bad about it. I'm like, what is LEGO doing nowadays? But overall, I feel like if you don't own the previous Arc-170, you will like this set. When I was building this thing, watching the Clone Wars episodes, I genuinely loved this build. I thought this thing slaps so hard. I'm so glad I bought this day one. I never buy sets day one for full price unless it's like an absolute goat, and I thought this was an absolute goat. Like, the last time I think I did this was the UCS Venator, or maybe it was the TIE Bomber. Like, I don't buy LEGO sets day one for full price. I just because they're so expensive nowadays. But for this set, I felt like I had to. Like, it looks good to me. I genuinely do like it. And also, I really love the fact of how smooth it really is. These round circular pieces are amazing for it. The front cockpit canopy is absolutely great with those new pieces they put on the back of the cockpit. I also love the weapons feature on the back because I know they won't fall off. And I can also understand why LEGO made it this small. We're at a point where LEGO is just getting too expensive and they wanted to give us a cheaper option than a $100 Arc-170, which I completely understand. So I feel like the designers did the best of what they could with the limits set by the LEGO company as a whole. Because I'm sure the designers did not want to make this a $70 set. They probably wanted to make it a bigger set. But the LEGO company knew that they could not sell a lot of these for $100. I mean, sure, they would sell a few, but I feel like in this day and age, $100 for this kind of vessel is a lot to be asking for, when they could simply shrink it a little bit and fans would still be happy. I do genuinely like this set, and I do think it looks good paired with the Clone Wars Y-Wing. I mean, just putting these side by side puts a smile on my face. I mean, it's great, and I'm really glad that fans now get an opportunity to own an Arc-170. Just all I'm saying is, if you buy this Arc-170, don't ever buy the 2010 one. You'll hate yourself for life for ever buying this. Commit to this one or commit to the 2010 one. Don't do both like I did, because I feel like this one looks so sleek, but the other one's just so bigger and it feels better, right? Like, I just don't know. But then again, there are some really nice minifigs in this set. So it's a whole contemplation. I don't even know how I feel about this one. I wish LEGO would have made this a $100 set, because I feel like with a $100 budget for this set, they could have made it so big. And then I would be thinking, is this set good or is it bad? I would just be thinking like, this set is peak because it combines everything I love about the Arc-170. I also wish there was a way to figure out how to solve the wing sagging issue, because like, even to this day, the wing sagging issue is still apparent, and I just can't believe that. So let me know down below in the comments which one you like better, and if you think this Arc-170 is even good or not. And with that, I say peace out and goodbye.